Okay. Item number 13 is Long Range Planning Committee. Do they have a report tonight?
We don't really have a report. I mean, a lot of what we talked about here tonight has been on long range. Maintenance has been something that apparatus has been looking at because we feel we can save a lot of money in maintenance. And so a lot of what we're talking about is coming out of long range, and then
Facilities has
a lot to do with this, and I think, well, I don't think, I know what Terry was trying to do tonight is we really don't know what direction to go without really trying to get a little feedback from y'all. I mean, we can lay down all kinds of different directions and plans and spend hours and hours and months putting all these meetings together, but if we just need a direction. Is that the way y'all kind of see us going? Because that's kind of the way we see us going. You know, we see us having our own maintenance facility. We see us having our own ESD office where we're not paying rent and just throwing our money up in the air for nothing, where we could be paying for something that's an asset, you know, versus a drain. And that's things that, you know, building and maintenance has been looking at, but then we get kind of, what's first, and, you know.
And honestly, the personnel kind of got things skewed. We had to back off and kind of let them get that going in one direction, because y'all were so focused on that we didn't want to stir the pot with a lot of this other stuff right now.
But it's time to start.
Yeah, it's time to start again.
Obviously, I don't want to just, you know, stay with the status quo. I want us to keep moving forward. Maybe not leaps and bounds, but I say the right direction. Progressively move to the way this district's moved in the last couple of years. You know.
From the standpoint of facilities, and it's something that's really bumfuzzled me, and I kind of threw it back at Terry. We're having trouble because to build the facilities that possibly need to be built, we're not fixing to be able to pay for them 100% pay as you go. You're gonna have to do a little bit of financing. I'm not talking about major financing, but we need to set some kind of level so that we'll know what kind of recommendations to bring to y'all. I don't wanna sit there and waste a lot of time, because you get quotes on buildings and then 6 months later they're out of date and we haven't made a decision on the first. You're looking at anywhere from $70,000 for just a little satellite station up to $500,000 for a main station. And it's all important whether you're in a gated community that has certain requirements, or if you're out in the country where in ARP you build a barn and you're in good shape. You know, it's all important where you are. And these are kind of decisions that we're kind of stuck and don't really know what to throw at y'all, because there's too many variables in there. It's very frustrating.
Speaking for myself, not the other guys, is the fact, I've been focused on paying down that long-term debt. Okay? In 2 years, it's gonna be paid for,
Right.
long-term debt.
But I also know that with the payroll situation and everything, we do this debt, this grant that he talks about, there's requirements that you maintain that afterwards. And that's gonna eat up some of that we've been paying every year. So we gotta come up with some kind of strategic plan here for the next 15, 20 years. And I know that's what y'all are asking us to do, but we're kind of puzzled at the way y'all are looking at things and the way we're looking at things. We see where the needs are, but I'm not real sure that at the current levels how we're gonna be able to fund them.
The main thing, we agreed to work together.
Yes, sir.
You know, that is very important, that we work together and hear all sides. And that was our intention tonight, to open up a discussion, not just a kind of a closed type group. But kickstart some other discussion. You know, think about the future.
Randy, can I add?
Yeah.
While we're talking about this?
Yeah.
We've gotta realize that Smith County ESD2, that we are providing protection for about 90,000 people, over 700 square miles. And that we're not a small entity anymore. I mean, we've been shoestringing it, and that's what we've been doing, because of the loan, a lot of it. And we understand that, but it's coming to a point where our citizens out there expect services, and it's getting tough to give those services sometimes where we're at. I mean, we're moving forward, don't get me wrong, but we're not a little entity. You look, I've looked at a bunch of different ESDs, and there's ESDs that, you know, service 30,000 people and 200 square miles, and they think they're a big entity. Parker County, they, I think, service 50,000 people at 300 square miles. And they thought, you know, they're big, and we told them what we are. And they're like dumbfounded. I mean, we're huge. We're 17 stations, 11 departments. I mean, we're huge. It compares to City of Tyler, to Longview. There's really no difference. Fires burn the same. But, and our people out there deserve everything we can give them. I know we can't give them everything that they can get in the city, but we gotta give them everything we can possibly get. And that's what the goal is out here with all these chiefs. And I'm, you know, what Max says, and then we need to know just, can we give them everything we can possibly get, or y'all wanna hold back just a little bit? You know, that's what we're asking. We're willing to give everything we've got, but we need to know that the board is gonna accept that. And if we can come up with plans that might require even a little financing, because I know every ESD that I've looked at, there's always a percentage, a smaller percentage of debt reduction where they borrowed to fill a need. And I'm not talking about going out here borrowing $4 and $5 million. I'm just saying, be prepared. If we come back with a plan, it may require some debt that we'll have to pay out over a period of 5 or 10 years for infrastructure that will be there for 30 years. So, anyway, that's
But
kind of.
one more thing to go along with what Terry was saying. If you use the last 7 years, we're up 2,770 calls a year. So I mean, part of the volunteer thing we're talking about too, you know, we used to run 300 calls, now we're running 800 calls. The demand on us is getting tremendous.
Okay, let's move on to 14, Larry. What you gotta tell us? Tell us how busy you've been this month.
Busy breaking.